Hey guys, what's up? USK12 here, and today we're going to be going over my Dokkan Fest, or actually not even Dokkan Fest, but EZA TUR tier list with this guy and this guy. Um, First off, we're just going to start off, I'm just going to hop straight into it. Okay, well, for one, these guys are EZAing this week or next week, whenever it is. I expect them to literally clear all these guys because they're the most recent EZA in the entire game. If they don't clear this guy, I don't know what they're doing. They are stupid. Um, Anyways, he's gonna attack Beerus. Pretty self-explanatory. He's restricted, but restricted to the only three teams you'd ever run him on, and movie bosses, Realm of Gods are both very broken, and Exploding Rage has like Beast Gohan. Let me just check out the category so I can see what I'm saying. Show you what I'm saying. Uh, Exploding Rage has Beast Gohan, obviously the Brolys, has Janemba, pretty much like everybody that has a lot of anger, but Beast Gohan, which is one of the teams you can run them on. Obviously these guys, but they're already movie bosses. Janemba, movie boss. I don't know why you'd ever run him with this guy. Like I'm saying, like all these restrictions are super easy to fulfill. Um, he doesn't do a lot of damage. He really doesn't do a lot of damage. Like he'll do decent amount of damage, but he pretty much doesn't die. As long as you're above 60% HP, he can live every super. He does have to build up. I don't like that he has to build up. That's like my only gripe with him is that he does have to build up, and it's only 4 hits, but that can be kind of a pain in like Janemba or Gogeta, where they can pretty much do almost all your HP. And then Janemba, if you show up turn 2 and you use your rage mode, it only lasts one turn. Right? It only lasts one turn. Like this is barely gonna do. This is literally gonna tickle the boss. This is gonna do no damage to Go Frieza. It could be good in Bulma. Like, it could be good in Bulma, but Bulma's an irrelevant fight at this point. So the rage mode's, like, solid. It's good, but you can't really choose when this happens, and it's going to be when he's at his worst. So if you don't nullify the Janemba super, which can actually be pretty common, and he gets supered, you die. His support is okay. Key's nice, but I do wish it was just all allies key plus 2 attack and defense was 30%. I don't know why they split it up. It's a little silly to me. Um, Especially since Superclass is like where you're actually going to be running him. Like Tech UI, that's his best team. Uh, Beast Gohan, that's his best team. Give them the defense. Like, be for real. Also, he has a terrible link set. Just look at his partners. Terrible. Actually terrible link set. Like, it's just bad. That's first slot. We're gonna go up to Tech, Majin Vegeta. Um, Pretty much transformed. He doesn't die. You run him on with one Majin Buu Saga category ally, and you don't die. You literally just don't die. 66% damage reduction and guards. Like that's broken. Rainbow Keys. He Rainbow Orb changes. He stuns. Gains a lot of defense. 66% damage reduction, like I said, and guard is just you don't die. And then he gets up to like 1.5 million defense at max HP. He's just absurd. He's better than this guy in slot 2. Like in slot 2, oh, and he'll drop like 30 million attack stats. I didn't even mention that. Way better than this guy transformed. However, he does have a really bad base. HP being conditional to how low your HP is just terrible. He only has he has 50% damage reduction, but he's like barely scratching a million defense. So supers kill him and normals will also kill him. 3. Also, like this isn't a bad restriction, but you really want to run him on uncontrollable power. Yeah, uncontrollable power. So in Broly's team, and there's 2 Majin Buu Saga category allies on that team. And that's kind of it. He just has a bad base. He doesn't do a lot of damage. He has like defenses. Like supers kill him in base. So Janemba and Gogeta. Also, bad transformation condition. For like Janemba and Gogeta, you'll just die because he won't transform. I mean, to be honest, his teams probably won't even get to turn 3, and if they do, this guy will be able to kill him off. But like, 50% HP. This should just been the third turn from the start of battle, if I'm going to be honest. Voice crack. Third turn from the start of battle, boom, problem solved. That's it. But yeah, he's just good. He's solid. Majin Vegeta. Honestly, this is probably the second or the best TUR in the game under Glorio. Like, genuinely transformed. He's absurd. And then his base is just like... His base is probably around this guy's level. Yeah, I'd say he's slightly better because he's supporting. He has the dodge. He has like similar defense numbers to his base form without the DR. And he's also on Majin Buu Saga and supporting, like I said. He's just good. He's good all around, but his base turn 1 is like really bad. And then Janemba and Gogeta, he just sucks. That's it. He sucks in 2 fights, and then is the second best TUR in the entire game transformed. This guy, I'd say he's kind of the opposite. Base form is really good, 70% chance to dodge, has better defense than this guy, to be honest. Does more damage than him, oftentimes. Has crit, built-in crit is really nice. Way better links like slot 2. He can actually slot 1. So if this guy, I forgot to mention this, if his base form gets locked in slot 1 in the Tech 17 phase, he's dead. Like, he will die. The normals will kill him. This guy, if he gets locked in there, he can tank the normals. I'm pretty sure he won't even die from the super. Right, he'll be A-okay. He has the dodge. He has the type advantage. He can struggle in the in the physical phase at 17 in Frieza, but if he shows up in the first turn of that phase, he can live the normals just fine. And if you have like Age-Old Dragon Fist in slot 1, or you have like Tech Go Tank slot 1 or something, like throw this guy slot 2, throw this guy slot 3, boom. He'll live the normals. He'll guarantee crit with like 25 million attack stats. He's nuts. This is probably the people will say this, and I disagree, and I'll explain why in a minute. But this is probably the most underrated EZA TUR in the entire game. And I genuinely believe that. He has a really strong base, way better base than this guy, and transformed, I honestly don't even think he's much worse than him. One thing I forgot to mention is like transformed, this guy cannot go in slot 1. He transformed, he can go slot 1 because he's 80% chance of dodge. Right, he can actually go in slot 1 and he can actually like not die. And Goku and Frieza, he can go slot 1 in the final phase and he can just dodge a super and then obliterate the boss. Right, damage cap doesn't affect either of these units, which is something I think that's important to mention. And this guy will definitely age better. He's 100% gonna age better. He's better in the Janemba and Gogeta fights. Bulma, they're pretty much the same. I also think being super class and restricted to Majin Buu Saga is just way better right now. Like, you're going to have a much easier time. On a lot of this guy's teams, Majin Buu Saga is kind of hard to come by. Right? Like, he has uncontrollable power, but Imp Buu is, like, okay on that team, in my opinion. There's just not really... This guy transformed is, like, really broken. But there's never really a reason to use this guy on any of his teams because there's just better options than him. That's it. And his base form, like I said, is just bad. Honestly, I could genuinely see this. People are going to call me crazy. I could genuinely see him as the second best. Only because he works way better on his teams. His base form doesn't suck, so he's already better in 2 out of the 4 fights. He's pretty much the best TUR transform, but like, it's not even like this guy's very far behind in my opinion. He's barely under Tech Beerus. Yeah, these guys are really good. It's just his base form sucks, and transformed he's broken. His base form's great, and transformed he's just good. Now we have the Brats, physical Brats. These guys are good. Really, they have good support, but the support's restricted to pretty shitty allies. I'm gonna be honest. Like, there's like 2 of these that exist. You have him, or you have the Tech Goten or the Int Goten or Tech Trunks. Those are the only 3 units you can run that with, and his active is also restricted to that. So his 2 most valuable assets are restricted to pretty bad allies. Fortunately, this guy is really strong, so it's not that big of a deal. But to be honest, you're really just gonna run this guy in Kamehameha. He's gonna barely have enough defensive and support to like do well. But on a good team, like on a team where he has a Actually, if we get a Krillin DFE, that like leads Kamehameha or something, this unit will be well. Oops, I closed beers. Okay, whatever. Back to the point. This unit has to build up, but he builds up by dodging or by receiving an attack, which is perfect. 80% chance to dodge. Kamehameha, best team in the game in my opinion. I think Kamehameha is the best team in the game. And this unit fits right in. You literally just float this unit off. They build up. They drop 20 million attack stats, and then they just do loads and loads and loads of damage, and then they take the normals, and then they have the chance to dodge the supers. And then if you really want to, you can have a good time, and they'll just speed blitz every fight if you run a really silly team with Trunks or Goten. Also, they work really well with Gotenks. I'm not sure how many links they share with Gotenks, to be honest. 4. Yeah, attack plus 60%. Like, Gotenks in slot 1, active turn, and then you have these guys in slot 2. Like, you're gonna one turn the phase. They're just an overall really good unit. Like, nothing that crazy, nothing that surprising. They're just gonna do a lot of damage and they're gonna dodge. That's it. This guy, really good support. Really easy build up. Just probably the best floater on Majin Buu Saga. You literally just float this guy off on Majin Buu Saga. He will live every normal. He can live actually a couple supers. You can even run him on the physical Super Saiyan Trio team, wherever they are. These guys, you can run it on their team. And he can get like to 2 million defense. 2 million defense, guard, 7% chance to dodge. On TechUI's team, he'll have 80% on the domain turn. He's giving 58% support on the most important phase of the fight, which is the 17 and Frieza phase. He can actually do quite a bit of damage. Like he can get up to 17.5 million with great chance to crit. Like he's just an overall great unit. He really is. Not really a lot to say. He'll do decent damage. He'll tank every normal. He'll be supporting a lot, and pretty much like you're rarely ever gonna see this guy die. He's really just there, and he'll be really nice supporting. This guy, on a lot of good teams. He's on the TechUI Goku team where he's. Well, I'll say this for sure. I said he's the most underrated like DFE TUR. It's definitely this guy. I don't think people realize how much defense he can actually get to. Although, if bosses do start critting soon, he's going to suck. But, to be honest, I really don't see that happening soon. Actually, that's a lie. I just see that happening soon because that Daima event just had the, like, proper crit. So this guy, he could have a crazy fall off by 10th anniversary. But, right now, Go Frieza, Bulma, this guy's going to be really good. Transformed, he stuns, he debuffs in base, he sacks a lot of defense, right? He's just a great unit. 17 and, or not 17, Janemba and Gogeta, he kind of stinks in there, which is why I don't have him up here. If it were just Go Frieza, I would honestly have him in Z tier, like top 5 above this guy. But because of that, I have to put him lower because the supers will one-shot him, and he has no way to deal with that if he gets supered, especially against Gogeta. Onto this guy, kind of a niche option, but with Gotenks and the Brats on the team, you can literally run double Gotenks, Brats, HL 3Q, STR 3Q, and then like this guy, or no, I keep forgetting. I'll pull him up. He has support and the dodge with Siblings Bond and Gifted Warriors. So you'll run Gotenks, LR Gotenks, STR Family Kamehameha, the Brats. You'll run the Brats. You can even run like this guy, and then you'll run HL3Q and STR3Q or whoever the hell you want to run on Majin Buu Saga. And then this guy is going to be giving hella support to them, 60% attack and defense support to Gotenks and STR Gohan, which is just ridiculous. And then he has enough defense to live early normals, and he has a 7% chance to dodge. He's just good. He's giving a crazy amount of support to a really good category right now. Super underrated. This guy, similar thing to him, I guess I'd say, except he's not really supporting. Does he support? I can never remember. I don't think he does. No. He doesn't support, but he has Rainbow Orb changing, which is good in Bulma. He is the best typing in the game currently. He stacks attack, he debuffs. He just does a lot of damage too. Like he'll be dropping 20 million crits like it's nothing. Rainbow Orb changing, really really good. Even outside of Bulma, this is an important factor. He can get up to like 30 to 50% damage reduction consistently, and he's healing a lot. He's just good. He's super bare bones, but like you literally just throw him in slot 2, throw him in slot 3, give him like 7 to 10 orbs, make sure that 3 of them at least are rainbow key spheres, and boom. He's going to be living, actually, matter of fact, he'll be living most supers. A lot of the supers, like 17 and Frieza, I'm pretty sure he can live. Tech 17, I think he can live. Actually, I could be wrong on that. I'm not quite sure. But he actually has a pretty bad link set, though. Yeah, like he has a bad link set. Outside of his bad link set, I mean, he does have big bad bosses. Outside of his bad link set, I think he's a great unit. Just good unit. Like he's on Demonic Power, he's on Power of Wishes, he's on Terrifying Conqueror, he's on that's it. Yeah, he's on 3 really good categories right now. But I mean, you won't run him on Power of Wishes, but you'll run him on these 2. Mainly this one, to be honest. But yeah, just good unit. This guy, you just throw him in slot 1. You throw him in slot 1, he doesn't die. He does solid damage against Gogeta. Actually, he does really good damage against Gogeta. You can throw him slot 2 or slot 3 to finish off the boss. If you already have another unit that can slot 1, like Tech Broly, and he won't die. He's just really good in 17 and Frieza, or not 17 and Frieza. I keep saying that. Gogeta and Janemba, and in Bulma, he's safe. And then Go Frieza, he's safe, because Int Broly can just revive him in slot 2 or 3, where he's just destroying the boss. STR Bojack, honestly, I'm gonna move him above. I'm just gonna move him above because he's giving support. He tanks better than this guy in slot 2 and 3, and I honestly like him on more of his teams. He's just a slightly better unit in my opinion. This guy pretty much won't die, but he also pretty much won't die in slot 2, and he's giving hella support, and he'll do way more damage than he is. Yep, good super attack effect, good support. Yeah, like I said, good support. He can give up to 90% support. I didn't even know that. That's actually kind of crazy. So if we start getting like, if we start getting like a bunch of, okay, actually, I changed my mind. I just remembered this guy is restricted heavily. He needs an entire team of Space Traveling Warriors or Inhuman Deeds. So if you think that even with the restriction he's better, that's fine. But with that restriction, this guy's pretty much unrestricted. You just throw him on a team. As long as he has big bad bosses up, like nothing's going to kill him. This guy, like, he needs an entire team kind of built around him, which is a bit of an issue because, like, Inhuman Deeds is good, right? That's like all the Broly's. Space Traveling Warriors is good. That's like, what's it called? That is like on Lord Slug's team. Only issue with Lord Slug's team is he is not on Demonic Power. So he's just kind of a mixed bag. Like, you'll throw him on the team, he'll do good, he'll do support, transformed, he'll go crazy, he'll drop insane attack stats, right? He'll do just fine. But like, that restriction kind of screws up his base. Transformed, he's really no issues. He's stacking attack. This guy, I think he's mid. I'm gonna say that right now. I think he's pretty mid. His build up is terrible. Super attack build up isn't that bad, but when you have to super attack 5 times and it's reliant on this, I think you kind of suck, because 2 Rainbow Orbs isn't that bad, but then you're only double supering, and then you have to do another turn. So now he's only 4/5 built up on his second turn. You show up turn 3. He's pretty much done nothing but just support and like take damage to normals and get one-shotted by every super. Matter of fact, he can literally get one-shotted in the first phase of Bulma because he can't super attack. So he has true type disadvantage. And then if he gets super attacked with 0% DR and like 100k defense, yeah, he's gonna suck. He'll do good damage. He'll do decent support. He has defenses, and there's really just no reason to run this guy. Uncontrollable power does not need him. Okay, like there's no reason to run him. Zero reason to run this unit ever. Period. Point blank. Period. He's mid. Uncontrollable power doesn't need him. Planetary Destruction, doesn't need him. Inhuman D's, doesn't need him. Movie Bosses, absolutely does not need him. These 2 categories are way safer without this guy. If he gets locked in 17 and Frieza, he sucks. Janemba and Gogeta, he sucks. Bulma, he's only gonna Bulma for the orb changing. Like, genuinely. I don't understand how people think this guy's good. He's a good link set. Sure, he's a good link set. He has good support, but like, he just sucks outside of it. So no, he's mid. This guy's very underrated. You throw him on the Super Saiyan Blue Triku, Universe Tree Goku. He'll be supporting. Turn 1, he pretty much can't die. This unit is broken in Bulma, like very, very good in Bulma. He stacks defense really quickly. This unit can hit like 1.5 million defense on his 3rd turn, which lives all normals pretty much. And then he's turn 1. He's like, I don't know what's gonna kill him outside of maybe Janemba or Gogeta. But he's just good on physical trios team. He has hella defense. He's just a great unit. Genuinely, he's just a really, really strong unit that is only not better than this guy because he has to stack, and it's kind of RNG reliant. He doesn't have any guaranteed additional super attacks. Actually, yes, he does. He has the 1 for the 1 turn. Honestly, this should have been permanent. I think that if they made this permanent, if they made that permanent, hold on. Okay, if they made that permanent, he'd be up here. Actually, if they made that permanent, he'd be right here. And the Vegeta would be above him. Like, that's how absurd it would be if they kept it. But he stacks defense quickly. He can actually do pretty good damage. He stuns. He's just a good overall unit. You throw him on the trio team, you throw him on the Dragon Ball Heroes team, he'll do well. Okay, he will rarely sell you. He has an incredibly good link set. He's just a great unit. Dodge or Die. Dodge or Die does a lot of damage. Great on Roshi's team. That's it. Genuinely, that's it. You throw her on Roshi's team. She'll slot 1 or you'll float her off, and then she'll drop big numbers. Woo. Monkey see big numbers. Monkey gets excited. Boom. That's it. I don't think Kefla is better. Kefla is on the physical trio team, but why the hell would I run her on that team when I can throw this unit on a team and she doesn't really need support. She's gonna dodge or she's gonna die. Same for Kefla. And Videl can still live normals, and she's doing more damage than Kefla is, and is also on a better team. Actually, that's a lie. She's not on a better team. Maybe Kefla's better, but I don't really care to go look for her. I think Videl's better. I think she's really good on Majin Buu Saga, to be honest. Really good, really good floater. And on Roshi's team, she can slot 1, and Roshi's team needs slot 1s, so I'm gonna take that as very valuable. Anyways, that's it. That's the end of the video. If you disagree with my tier list, please send me death threats in my DMs and in my comments. I would love to see what you have to say. I love debating people. So, this is my tier list. Top 13 units, EZA TURs. Hope you guys have a blessed day, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.